Hello everybody and welcome to my review of iRacing. This is an on the fly review. Basically I'm going to drive around and give you my impressions of the game. At the moment I'm in a test session. Obviously when you have the game you can do other practice sessions where you learn how to drive a car on a track with other people, and they will talk to you and help you out and give you tips and things like that. And obviously you can do races, but I'm just going to do a test because I can just drive around, show you the game, kind of give you an idea for the graphics and everything in the game. Basically this game is what I would call a racing MMO. It's only on the PC, but if you're seriously into online racing, this is a good game, an amazing game for you. But it comes at a price. Like the online racing is so amazing. They organise it so you have to upgrade your license. Like this car I'm driving now is the Lotus 79, which is a classic F1 car. Basically, you could not race this car straight away. You would have to build up your license. I believe this is a Class B license you need for this, so you start at a rookie class license and you have to do clean races. You have to do a number of clean races in order for you to upgrade your license and successfully get to a level where you can drive faster cars. What that means is you don't just get people randomly crashing into you all the time like you do on other online races. In the rookie class maybe that might happen because you're basically racing with rookies. But as you get into Class D, Class C and higher races, you find out that everyone in those races pretty much, they're very serious. They try to race cleanly, they try to overtake you cleanly and everything like that. So that's the big draw. That's why this game is worth it, because it's the only game I've ever played that weeds out those annoying people that try to crash into you, so it's amazing, really. If you love, and that's why I said at the beginning, if you love the idea of online racing in a simulation style, this game is for you, right? Now, the downside, this game is quite expensive. You pay about anywhere between 8 and about 13 US every month to play this game, and that's also why I say it's like a racing MMO. You also have to pay extra. You get about 4 free cars with the game, and you get about 8, I think, free tracks with the game. Everything else you have to pay about $11.95 US for every other extra car and extra track. So this game is expensive, but they're marketing it as a very hardcore simulation game. So that's why they're saying it's priced so highly, and for me, I love online racing, and for me it's totally worth it. So, I would say that for me, or anyone else out there who loves online racing, it's the perfect game. It's so good. Now, the graphics in this game. Now this game, I think for a simulator, the graphics are pretty good. You've got pretty high res textures and everything. I mean, people who are coming from like modern games like Dead Space 2 and Black Ops and that kind of thing, or Crisis, which is not so modern, but you know what I mean. They might say the graphics are not that great, but for a simulator game, you can see the graphics are pretty nice, I would say. The story. There's no story in this game, but the whole story is you trying to become an amazing racer, There was a guy who won the last championship. He was like the #1 driver on iRacing. He's a guy from England. He's from Hull in England, and he's only been playing this game for like a few years, and already he's been playing so much that he's like the best, the fastest racer in this game. So it's kind of crazy, really. And this is why I say, again, that it's an MMO for racing fans. Basically, those people who play World of Warcraft spend so many hours playing that game. If you love online racing, you will spend hours playing this game, perfecting your skills, making you faster, and things like that. Like if you're into this game, you'll spend 5 hours on a practice session just to make sure that you're faster by like half a second so that you can finish higher up the grid in your next race. It's that serious, you know. Okay, the sound. They've recently added extra sound, or they've improved the sound recently. Now, you can hear this car, right? Now, I would say, I'm going to crash now. I would say that the sound is not absolutely AAA amazing, but it sounds pretty cool. You know, for me, I find the sound fine. Now, the fun factor now, I'm just going to go back again to the whole thing. If you're seriously into online racing, if it's a passion, then you'll love this game. If you just want to be able to pick up a controller or whatever and like become first in a race easily, this is not the game for you. Go and play Forza or some other online racing game. Don't play this, because this is like, there are always people faster than you. You have to like play this game for so many hours to be competitive. It takes a lot of skill, you know. It really is like a racing simulation. Yeah, I think I've explained pretty much everything about it. I mean, would I recommend it? I'm totally repeating myself again, but if you're a fan of online racing, then you should. If you have the money, I would go for this. If you don't have the money, there's a new game out called Netcar Pro. Now, I think that game is awesome for the price. So if you can't afford this, go for Netcar Pro. Netkarpor, Netcar Pro. But if you can afford it, this game is amazing purely because of the fact of the way they organise the online races. You get no one crashing into you on purpose. So it's pretty cool. Okay, so like I said, this is a very ad hoc review, an on-the-fly review. I was cruising because I'm talking. I can't really drive fast and talk at the same time. But hopefully you've got a good idea of this game and if it's a good game for you. So thank you for watching and see you next time. Bye bye.